Culture Game. Welcome to another exciting episode of Culture Anime. In this episode, we'll give a review on Boruto Chapter 80. And I believe this is it, the final chapter before the infamous time skip. The reason why I say that is because Boruto will be going on a 3-month hiatus after this chapter. Basically getting ready for the rebrand of the Boruto time skip. But as always, I have my Boruto co-host with me, Rayshawn. As Rayshawn, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms, but also you guys can find me on YouTube. Just recently created a channel. We got 2 videos out right now. Most likely, I think my links will be below, so hit me up. And my name is Rayshawn Gatson from the Rayshawn Gatson Anime Podcast.
Also, hit the subscribe button, part of the Culture Game, where we talk about anime, sports, and everything as well too. So the chapter right here. Chapter starts off with Shikamaru announcing that, is it true that Boruto killed Naruto? And then you see Kawaki grip up Eda, and that right there, I think, is telling. And I think it's gonna change the trajectory between their relationship moving forward. Because he grips her up and says that yes, the Hokage is dead, and saying that Eda like confirm it because this is true. And Ada's looking at him like, yo, one, why are you gripping me up? Like we're together and you're an abusive husband. And that right there, like, it's getting flashbacks of when when Kawaki was with his father and Jigen as well too, that they abused the shit out of him when he was a kid. And I don't think he let that go. And him gripping up Eda like that is just telling that he has completely lost his mind.
I'll give you that. I did think that was kind of a little funny because when he was about to tell the panels, I was gonna bring this up. Like, did you see that panel when he just grabbed her? Like, dang, I was like, oh, he was playing. Better tell that motherfucker this. But I give the fact that how Eda right now is basically everybody's getting their information from her. So she's basically in control of all of it. And I guess if he's trying to do the plan that he's been trying to do for the longest, I guess. But we starting to see some of the cracks in Kawaki right now.
And then we get a continuation with Sarada holding Mitsuki back. And right now, Mitsuki is still livid right now, saying that I must go after Boruto and Sarada, let me go, because right now I have to stop him. Ain't no way in hell that, he's going to hurt Kawaki and, hurt Naruto as well, too. And then he just blasts away and just leaves Sarada in the dust right now. And Sarada right now is in utter shock right now, hearing that the 7th Hokage is dead. Somebody who she looks up to, someone who she admires and wants to be like in the future. For her to hear that, this right there, she's completely distraught right now. And she's like, yo, what the hell is going on right now? And then Mitsuki says, go back and regroup with the others. I will kill him myself. And I was like, holy shit, Mitsuki is not playing right now.
Bruh. Out of everybody, when all this shit ends, Mitsuki is going to be the person that's going to be hurt the worst. Because this person who we spent the whole arc on, when he basically said Boruto is his son, but I guess a bitch go in the air and light up. Now you didn't forget all about that. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I feel like he's gonna be the one truly hurt, especially how much he cared for Boruto, and now that care is like somehow going to Kawaki, which is it's so interesting because it's like it makes you wonder how deep this ability goes, because like the way I would feel like with Mitsuki, I felt like he was more like he loved Boruto. Like it would be more than memory deep. Like he was still, even after going after Boruto, he would still have some type of like, why am I doing this? Like something deep inside of him. But it seemed like he didn't forget all about it. Like he's ready to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree with everything you said, because Ada, her rewriting history really, really had a true effect on everybody. Besides there's a couple of certain people. And then we see, Kawaki with this, he is so insane with his plan right now. He's saying that Sasuke, the Hokage killers, everyone will see him in the Hidden Leaf as the one who killed Naruto. And then Ada, like, she's starting to re-question everything that what happened. She's like, yo, like, dude, what is going on with you? Like, you're really becoming very too obsessed with this. And she's saying that, did you have to go this far? And Kawaki's saying, thanks to this, no one will stand in my way to kill Boruto anymore. Being saying that he has free will to kill Boruto, because everybody's gonna think that he is the one who killed Naruto.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. When we were kind of talking about this last week, and I was thinking of like this probably be low key some of the route he would go, because now everybody's basically going after Boruto right now, and The only thing I could think that would kind of circumvent his plan is I don't know how much free reign Kawaki's gonna have. Like after they do get Boruto gone, like if they just gonna let him leave the leaf and go on missions, like I don't know. He might be like they might try to keep him there, especially with the Hokage supposedly dying just recently. Um, he is going. He's like I wonder like is this like happening at the moment type of thinking? Like he's just planning this as he go because man, I think when he finally kind of wakes up, or if he has to be killed, because I don't know how deep or how truly he's gonna go with this, but he's gonna really think about this shit because he's going a crazy route. And I like how Eda, you starting to see Eda, because now Eda is not starting to look like a bad guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's starting to look like she has morals, and it's starting to make you really think how she questions what happened with the love thing when she did it, because she had kind of explained that a little bit. So it makes you think like, okay, we were thinking these people were coming to fuck some shit up. Nope, it's been this little Hokage loving crazy motherfucker right here.
This panel debunks everything. Because we all thought Naruto and Hinata are chilling in the dimension, Naruto's training and all that stuff. But unfortunately, Naruto and Hinata are just sleeping, floating in the air in the next dimension. That's about it. And I all thought that, maybe there'll be, like a dimension where they fought Ishiki, where Naruto and Hinata could have free roam of walking around and stuff, and Naruto can train. So when he comes back, he'll be ready. But fortunately, he's going to come back and probably be the weakest in the village, honestly, because what training he's going to do for the next couple of years with his time skip? None. He is just resting.
Yeah. And if he like I don't really know if he's really gonna be alive, because I don't know if how Kawaki would know he's still gonna be alive, because I thought they couldn't even pit living things in that dimension, because isn't he sitting to the same dimension where the objects is?
Yes.
So it's like it's kind of weird, but it's fucked up because I'm gonna say I didn't think he sent them to like a dimension where like they were fighting and shit. I thought he did send them to that dimension because I thought they were just suspended in space, and I was always thinking like that's kind of fucked up. Like we're gonna just bring him back, and he's gonna like, especially if his mind didn't get fucked with, like in that other dimension and shit. What are you gonna say? Like, oh yeah, I killed your son. Like, I don't know. I don't know the end goal.
Yeah. And we're not like what you had said earlier. Kakui's plan. I feel like he's just winging it as time is going. I don't think he thought this throughout the entirely. As of right now, he's saying that as long as I keep the 7th Hokage safe, I won't release them until Boruto and Code are dead. And the Hidden Leaf will see that Hokage is already dead and that Boruto was the killer. And I'm like, geez, dude, what is going on with you? You are taking this to a whole nother level when it comes to obsession.
Crazy obsession. Like, I feel like I don't know what Naruto really gonna have to talk to him and try to figure out what this is, because he really needs some help. Maybe trying to do what he got to do with Boruto. Maybe that help him do some character development or something, or just being in the village, I guess, because now he won't be seen as the like outsider. He's gonna be more the insider. So maybe just getting those connections will feel different. The thing that I've been interested in is he's low key gonna have to play this role of being Boruto, because it was something Sasuke said that made me really interested, is when he was remembering back like on a situation where they killed Momoshiki, and he was like, I taught him the Rasengan and all this shit. Kawaki can't do the Rasengan. See, like I think certain things are gonna start making people's minds be like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
And these two little panels for me, I think they really meant a lot. When Damon jumped on Kawaki, and right now Kawaki's trying to be a badass that he is right now. He's saying, yo, like, dude, get off of me before I kill you. And the Ada's looking like, no, you're not. And the whole time, like, Ada's starting to have the disgust face looking at Kawaki multiple times throughout this chapter. And luckily Damon didn't hear, because he'll probably demolish Kawaki. But Kawaki thinking that he's tough shit now because of what happened. Like, dude, don't forget, like, you was gonna get your asshole by everybody in the Hidden Leaf. If it wasn't for Ada coming in your aid, you were done for. So right now, since this is happening, he thinks he is top notch, this badass dude that nobody could touch him now.
Yeah, it's probably it's a lot to. I think he think he got Ada on his like on a leash right
Yeah,
now, but I think that's something Ada says later on that makes me that
yeah,
brings what's happening right now to light. But yeah, Ada is looking at this dude because I think he's breaking her image of him
yes,
because she's starting to see like, oh, this is what's going on inside of you right now. Like I didn't see all this. But see, this is her curse kind of being brought back on her because there's no real reason for her to like Kawaki, but for the fact that he can't be affected by it. And now she's starting to really see that, like, and I'm thinking now she's opening up her eyes a little bit. I mean, I don't know where she thought this was gonna go. Like Kawaki was gonna be like, "Oh no, I didn't mean to change it back" or some shit.
yeah.
Like, like, I don't know.
And then right here, this is where the chapter gets really juicy. We finally see Sasuke and Sarada interaction. As of right now, Sarada is a mess right now with situation that's going with Naruto being dead, Boruto being the enemy, Mitsuki going after him. And right now, she's trying to keep plead with Sasuke, saying that what is going on and everything. And she's starting to realize that Sasuke is under the spell as well too. And then Sumire is not affected right now. And right now they're talking, how Ino's power, where they're able to talk to mind jutsu, they're able to talk to each other. And she's saying that everything that, explaining what happened to Ada did, rewriting history and saying that I'm not affected, you're not affected. And then we see Sarah like the whole village is basically rewind, with Boruto being the killer, Kawaki being the son of Hokage and all that stuff. And you see Sasuke, looking at Sarah like, yo, what is wrong with you? And I was like, are you okay? And as of right now, like she starts breaking down in tears, saying that, Sasuke right now is like, I'm gonna leave you here, go back, regroup everybody, and I'm gonna kill Boruto. And that's when she loses it. And then out of nowhere, she's saying that, yo, like, Dad, you need to resist, Boruto is not the enemy. And saying that my only selfish wish is for your daughter is, protect Boruto. And then she activates her Mangekyo Sharingan. And the eyes design, it's pretty badass. It kind of reminds me of a sun. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think Sarada is the youngest Uchiha to ever activate that Sharingan. Remember, Itachi, Shisui, Obito, Kakashi, and I believe that's it. They all activated around the same age of 15 and 17 ish. She activated when she was 12. I think Sarada is the youngest to activate the Mangekyo Sharingan. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's something that awakens from a trauma or somebody witnessing somebody very close to them of death. And mind you, yes, it didn't happen the way people died in front of her, but it happened in the same similar situation. Naruto's dead. In her eyes, Naruto's dead. She's losing the love of her life because right there, it just confirms that she loves Boruto. And she's seeing that everything's falling apart. And right there, that right there is minor trauma for her. And for her to, that right there will help her activate her Mangekyo Sharingan. So what's your thoughts on that situation right there?
If she was the youngest, because I need her exact age. Because I think Shisui Uchiha, the one that was like known for being super fast, I think he did it at like the age of 7. So I'm not for sure. Her eye design is amazing. I do think that's cool. I'm not really too worried about that. I'm more worried about what powers she just unlocked right there. I want to know the 2 abilities she just unlocked because I want to know if they're going to be like countermeasures for Ida's ability, which that would be super interesting. Or if she can get like some type of teleportation ability, that'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. What was this? That her awakening the Mangekyo Sharingan basically allows you to know that what she's going through right now is affecting her emotions really deep. Because that's the only way you can really unlock this. Because they used to think you had to kill your own like brother or somebody or best friend type of shit to awaken it. But she's literally, I guess in a type of way, she is losing her best friend. So I guess in the type of way she's kind of still a little bit following that, but this is more strong emotions being played and getting shown to her. And I think is what really pushed Sasuke to really believe in her over his own memories, because he's like, what do you mean? He basically killed the blood, but she's like, I know this might not make sense. This might go against everything you thinking and believing right now, but I want you to go save her man, basically, because that's what I feel like is gonna happen at the end of this right now. Because, and I think it's crazy now because now this breaks what we were talking about in our last video when we were doing predictions. We are thinking that maybe it was gonna be like if because they had the genes from the Usushi Hagoromo sons. I can't think of their names. That they were gonna be not affected, but seems like fucking Sasuke's affected. So I wonder what makes Sadara and the other girl, the class president, so special to not be affected by this. That is going to be the most interesting thing. And the most real interesting thing is how are they going to be able to play this off?
My only thing, I kind of be a mind like a typical theory is that maybe Eda saw them as true friends, and that's why they were not, manipulating her spell. Because mind you, remember when they were in the bedroom all chilling and all that stuff, and they were looking at her eyes, and they were saying, "Yo, like we're not affected by Ada's ability." So I think she maybe saw them as genuine friends.
I don't know.
I mean, that's one thing I could think of, honestly.
I mean, I don't know what it could be. It could be that. It could be true love. I guess we could go back to that. Her being like super in love with Boruto and what's her name having, I guess, a love affinity for Kawaki before this shit happened. So maybe that's what then affect. I like it's so many areas we can think about. I just can't wait to them to explain what it was, and I want to know: is it just them two? Is it more people around the world? Because we are to believe that this affected the whole world. So I wonder if there's gonna be like certain village like, oh no, fuck Boruto, and then some village like, oh, we love Boruto. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I wanna see like what that's gonna be like and how that's gonna affect, especially on this man's new journey he's gonna have to take.
Also, shout out to Sasuke because mind you, he lost his brother Naruto. He could easily be like, yo, Sarada, not right now. Push her out the side. I'm gonna go to Boruto and kill him. He did what a father would do. Listen to his daughter. And me as a father as well too, and I have daughters as well too. I see where he came from. His daughter was literally crying in his arms, saying, "Yo, dad, please, please, please understand that what's going on is fake, and please save him." So I had to give Sasuke, a shout out for that because people question his father's skills. Beginning Boruto when he was killed Sarada because he didn't remember how she looks like and all that stuff, and he changed his way and he showed that he's a great, great father. Just for that.
Yeah. And he's willing to put the whole world hate on his ass right now. I just want to hear, I want to see if there's going to be people who change up on Sasuke. Because we all seen this Sasuke before all this shit happened was helping everybody. He's been going around the world doing all his shit and stuff like this. Like he rechanged his image. I wonder once this get out, people gonna be like, I always knew that motherfucker was bad. like motherfuckers change up all his ass. Like I always knew he was gonna do some shit. He gonna help that motherfucker. Like I just want to see how other villages and stuff are gonna interact to this because I think that's gonna be the more interesting thing.
Yes. And then right now we get the memory where Boruto had where he was going against Team 10. And don't forget, Kawaki was supposed to be there, and I believe he was supposed to slash out Boruto. But with Sadara unlocking her Mangekyou Sharingan, I think it manipulated, Momoshiki's sight of the future because he starts getting really pissed off. And then right now, Sasuke comes and takes Boruto away, saying that, oh shit, like we need to get away from the village right now because you're under attack and all that stuff. And as of right now, you see Team 10 looking at Sasuke like, why are you helping him? And I think that right there, when they report back to Shikamaru, unfortunately, Sasuke is going to go back to being a rogue ninja again. One of the most hated around the world again, because why are you aiding the person supposedly that killed Naruto?
See, that could, or it could make Shikamaru think more about the situation. Because it could make him think like, because it didn't change their opinions on what Sasuke has done for the village come before all this shit happened. So I feel like if these motherfuckers really believe in Sasuke, like this is really gonna show where people stand and what their relationship is with him to be like Sasuke wouldn't just do that. Like I know in my heart I believe Sakura most definitely ain't going for the okie doke. If she feel like Sasuke left and then whatever, I feel like if Sadara gives them to give her the same story, she's probably, even though she might still be affected by it, might still go it. That's the thing. People are just gonna have to not believe their memories, and that's a hard thing. You know what I mean? Once you like then ingrain and believe this person has been with you for all this time, now you got to act like no, my memories can be affected. So this is going to be interesting.
As of right now, I believe Sasuke and Boruto got get out the village, and Sasuke
Mm-hmm.
tells Boruto, "Hey, relax a little bit, because right now Ada can see us, and I don't know how much time we got to, be able to relax, rest up and all that stuff." And Boruto realized, everything's going on. He's saying that if you think I'm the enemy of the village, why are you helping me? And then luckily, Sasuke gave the headband to Boruto, because right there could have been a whole mess if it wasn't for the headband. And he's saying that your headband, I remember giving it to Kawaki myself. So why do you even have it? And Kawaki should have Momoshiki. So why do you have Momoshiki inside of you? And right now, Momoshiki is starting to realize, like, oh, this is not going too well for me. Right now, my whole devious plan of Boruto losing everything possibly maybe coming to an end already. And he's saying that at the same time, I feel a powerful force within me, saying that I can even trust my own memories. So right now, Sasuke is slowly showing, like, okay, this right here, what Sarada said could be true, and I'm seeing why she was acting the way she was. And as of right now, he's saying, I'm only going to help you because I trust my daughter, and I will aid you. For that, I'll put my life on the line because you know what Sarada said to me. And that, like I said before, just proved to you that Sasuke is an amazing father, because he could have easily brushed off Sarada to the side, like I said before, and go after Boruto. But mind you, Naruto is Sasuke's lover, best friend, brother, everything. He would die for this man, and for him to listen to Sarada means a lot to him. So, what's your quick thoughts on that?
Michael, it basically just show that his daughter basically gave him a reason to question what was going on. So that basically allowed him to think and basically try to connect dots. And then he started to realize that these dots aren't connecting. So this is what I'm starting to think was probably going to happen with other people. Because once they start remembering back on their memories of like Boruto that got switched with Kawaki, they're going to kind of bring up these memories, and Kawaki's not going to have an answer to them. Unless Ada's probably, I think she can go back in time and kind of, but I don't know how much she's probably, I'm not even gonna worry about that, but I'm just gonna say Kawaki's gonna have a hard time right now trying to keep up with this, especially if this is something people can do and rethink.
As of right now, you see Mushi getting pissed off. Mind you, he always had this prophecy, yo, Boruto, you're gonna lose everything, you're gonna lose the will to live, I'm gonna take over your body, ha ha ha. But at the same time, you gotta give a shout out to Boruto, because he could have easily faltered and lose the will to live. Because mind you, he just lost everything, but he still has a somewhat of a positive attitude. And Momoshiki is saying that he has lost his mind, despite the fact that he sees Boruto as an enemy. He's still willing to help him because of his daughter. Aminet has the power to overwrite reality. This is not a temporary illusion or a genjutsu. Ada was nearby triggered all of it, and killing her now won't change anything. So even if they kill Ada, he just confirmed that history cannot be changed back to the way it was. And that right there is something really telling as well too. And then, mind you, Momoshiki was always somebody who's always keep his composure, laugh at situations. Or as of now, he is getting pissed off. And right now, Boruto comes back and he claps back at him saying that you sure talk a lot of shit for Nasusuke. Why are you so worried? And right now, Momoshiki said that I am trying to tell you that this is a lot more than you can handle. Why don't you just give up and let me take over your damn body? And then Boruto, being, getting the will from his father and his grandfather as well too, and the bloodline of the Hyuga, saying that I don't know when to give up. And right now, you're not getting any control of my body. I'll make sure that this right here will never happen again.
Yeah, Momoshiki looking really desperate right now. Like,
L.
yeah, I guess his plan, because he did admit that this was what he was talking about when he said lost everything. Because he said you lost everything, and basically, and I was like, oh, so this is basically what you were talking about. I think it's crazy seeing him go like you literally have these pedals like screaming air, and then you have Boruto basically like, bro, it's basically showing. I think there is something that can rechange this, because he wouldn't be acting like this.
Yeah.
And then the fact that what Sasuke is doing is so crazy to him, that the fact that Sasuke is, even with his memories fucked up, he's still willing to help Boruto. And don't just because he's with you, don't make this he's like in his ear. And then it just makes it crazy to me, especially to what's about to happen next.
this is why I'm starting to like Ada a little bit more. She comes by and visits Boruto, saying that, "Are you aware what happened to you?" And right now she says that although this is not the first time this happened before, the last time this happened, I made everyone my prisoner before I even realized what I did. And she's saying that, yo, like, I apologize what happened. I'm completely sorry. And Boruto realizing, but what happened is, different. This was Kawaki's wish. And Ada started to realize, like, yo, like, you're surprisingly calm throughout the social situation. Like, I thought you would be losing your mind right now. And Boruto saying back, like, yo, like, I'm hurt. I am devastated what happened to me. But fortunately, I can't, let this falter right now. And as of right now, he's saying that, yo, I feel completely lonely. I have this anxiety right now, what's going on. And he's saying that I'm starting to understand why Kawaki felt this way. Because I thought I knew him, but I really didn't know what he really went through. And the Ada's starting to realize that, yo, like, I see that you really see him as a brother. And then she says this, and which I think was pretty dope as well too. I won't look for you while you're gone, but when you do decide to come back to the village, unfortunately, I will help out Kawaki and Shikamaru. And that right there, she's like, that's the only way I can pay my debt to you. And I was, you know what, Ada, that's pretty cool right there. Because you could have been a bitch, like, yo, good luck. I'm gonna be looking at your ass everywhere you go, but I won't be looking at you. So Ada right there kind of got my respect right there. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, she says she wouldn't help Kawaki or Code. So she knows something's coming. Since we kind of went to like kind of close to the end, I wanted to add on this because I thought this was interesting. I don't know if Code was affected by it, but if he was, that is interesting. Because it seemed like his whole mindset changed because he's like, oh, let's go after Boruto. But Ada coming and basically explaining like, man, I didn't think it was gonna go this. I didn't expect this shit. I didn't and then her really breaking down how she feels about the situation and basically telling her insights are like, yeah, Kawaki's a coward. I basically made him a coward. And she like, and when she said that,
Yo,
it made me really open up to the fact that when he basically told her to like tell the village that he killed the Hokage, that really broke her image of him. And I don't know how deep that probably is. Like, is she not going to be like able to be with him? But she probably doesn't like the Kawaki that she's dealing with right now.
yes.
And that really showed. I like the Damon whole like next time you come back, try to be as strong as me. So like it's kind of hard. Like they kind of like in the situation like, oh shit, we didn't mean to do this shit, but we gotta kind of play it out, see what's going on. But kind of fucked up. I think Boruto is able to be where he's at right now, like mentally. Number one, Sasuke helped him out. He does have somebody in the village that really helped him. I like Ada coming because now Sasuke definitely knows the truth because he heard a word from her
Mm-hmm.
mouth, so he knows what's going on. So he can't be like not knowing. So he does know that this is a ability. I wonder how he's gonna like what their plan is gonna be like when they're going around to different places trying to find shelter or just be able to train because they're gonna have to try to find a place where without everybody trying to come after them.
Yep.
But I guess they've got a little bit of time because I don't know how fast they can get it out that Naruto is dead, unless people can just feel his chakra just disappeared. Then maybe that could be a big problem. But yeah, I mean the way this chapter ends, it makes you rethink how you see Ada. Like Ada's like not a bad character. She kind of just falls within circumstances.
Yeah.
She keeps Damon with her. She ain't playing now. She keeping Damon with her. It's gonna be hard to kill her now. Boruto, I like his mindset. He's basically got you really believing like, okay, he's coming into his Naruto era right now, like where he's not willing. I don't know. I think it really depends on what Kawaki do during these years if he gonna like change his mind about killing him. But he's kind of on that same instance of where Naruto was when Sasuke left the village and had to go get him after all that bullshit. So yeah,
Yeah, and then we see, Boruto realizing who he is, saying that I have my father's blood inside of me, the Hyuga blood in me, the fourth Hokage's blood in me, and I have the will of fire inside of me as well too. And for the hidden leaf, I will save them, and I will come back and defeat my brother. Saying that obviously the rematch is coming soon, and he realized that all this right here is my fault because I'm not strong enough. And right now he's saying that this is what my father would have done the same exact thing, which I completely agree. Because Naruto, unfortunately, there is times where his heart overtakes people, the bad people. Like he forgave Pain after Pain destroyed his entire village. He forgave Obito for killing so many shinobis in the war. So Boruto can do the same exact thing forgiving Kawaki. Me personally, I'm not forgiving you for what you did, to me and my family.
I will say that I do think that that whole mindset of like forgiving your enemies is kind of passing on down to Boruto. It is something a big trend in Naruto, and it would be something to kind of see. And I feel like it's a little bit different because Naruto was really forgiving people he didn't know, had no attachments with, where Boruto, he's like in conflict with the situation because he sees Kawaki as a brother, and even Ada, like she says that I think even Kawaki sees you as a brother. And like I feel like that's what kind of put them in the situation. But I guess you can always say Naruto and Sasuke were kind of like brothers and stuff too. So yeah, I guess it is kind of playing out the same way. It is basically the same thing where now you're gonna have Kawaki trying to search for Boruto, but he ain't searching to bring him back. You know, you know what I mean? That's the whole difference about it.
Also, Boruto, we can say that he was growing up with a silver spoon. He had his parents. His father's the Hokage. They came with the money. Boruto could have easily been like, "Oh, I lost everything." Could have been a pouting, spoiled brat. But no, he realized what's going on. He's like, you know what? I realize who I am, and I have the will, like I said, of my father, the Hyuga clan bloodline, and the fourth Hokage. I'm gonna step up, train, and take down Kaoki, but the right way. So you got to get credit to Boruto, in my opinion.
You gotta give credit to Boruto, but you also gotta give it credit to the fact that these stuff was mentioned to him through like Sasuke telling him about his father and stuff
Yes,
like that. And then you have Ida. So like he really needed to have somebody there. And
yes.
Sasuke being there is really what fucked Momoshiki up.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he actually heard him tell him that exactly, like when he was talking about their childhoods, he was like, y'all don't need to be telling this motherfucker that. I was just sitting there like, okay. So he really needs Boruto to get into a real the depressed state so that he can take over the body. And he's realizing like these people are keeping him thinking positive, keeping things going. And I think that's what's going to really help Boruto and where he needs to stay. But I do think there's probably going to be a part in time where he's going to get to that part where he's going to be like, damn, is he going to lose it? Is Momoshiki
Yeah.
going to take over? Because it's going to be some sad stuff coming.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And then we forgot to talk about this panel, and it's a panel with Code and Kawaki. And Code speaking, Jigen, Ichiki, now Ada. You guys will pay everything that you took away from me. And I believe he was affected by Ada's ability. But mind you, because he's not a full Suski, he has the effect of karma. And he says that you'll pay your life, Boruto. And there was people commenting on Twitter saying that the next chapter should be Code invading the Hidden Leaf and not the time skip yet. But my opinion is no. Let Code take a couple years, build up his army, and come with a great strategy to take down the Hidden Leaf and take down Kawaki, Boruto, and everybody else. Because as of right now, Code has taken multiple L's throughout this series. Multiple. And I feel like for him to be a great villain is to come with a great strategy to take down the Hidden Leaf. When Orochimaru took down the Hidden Leaf, he didn't do it overnight. He took his time, years and years of preparation. Same thing with Akatsuki. They took, went to capture all 7 Jinchurikis. Then Pain was like, yo, I'll do it myself. I get the 9 tails myself and destroy the Hidden Leaf. Same thing with Madara. Madara waited hundreds of years before he even decided to come back to life and, start another war as well, too. So for him to be a great villain, you want him to come back with a great plan, not just go in there winging it. Hey, I have 1,000 army men coming from the 10 tails and my claw marks. Boom, we're gonna get it done. No, come back with a great plan. And that's my opinion. That will make Code a great villain. Coming him and actually succeeding and destroying the Hidden Leaf. What's your take on that?
Yeah, for sure. I do think there was something where Ada was like, I won't tell Code or Kawaki where you are. So I don't know if that's like hinting at the idea possibly that Ada might switch sides again, depending on like who wins or like how she feels like she is gonna fare in the situation. Um I think it's interesting if he did get affected, but you saying that he's not full Usushi. I thought he was full Usushi because I was like, oh, it's kind of weird that he was like so pressed on Boruto when the bitch you love is fucking with Kawaki right now. So like, I guess he didn't had a whole complete 180. But I wonder what he's gonna do when he go to Boruto and be like, yeah, so where my bitch? she ain't there. So I wonder what that's gonna do. It kind of gives you this thought process that maybe Kawaki and Code could team up to go find Boruto because it depends on how good he's able to hide from them. It might be a long time before they can even find him, depending on whoever else they can get on their side. Because I'm still on the side on the belief that maybe Orochimaru can get on their side. Because if he get on their side, I feel like they might be able to be hidden for a while. Like they might be good for a minute. So that's the interesting thing.
And then we get one last panel with Kawaki. And he says this, I will find you and I will kill you. I can't let you live as long as you're Inosuke, brother. And I'm like, oh, man. Basically setting up for one giant clash between these two. And right there, I already know that this fight is going to be one of the best fights in all of Naruto and Boruto history.
Yeah, but remember what we do see Boruto versus Kawaki. So Code is probably going to be put down eventually between that fight and where we at right now in the middle. He's going to be put down. Also, the village is going to be destroyed. So I don't know if he's protecting the village or who. I don't know who's going to blow it up, but some shit going to happen. And I can't wait to see the new powers and new abilities. I want to see how Sarada. I want to see what she's about to do with that Mangekyo Sharingan. I want to see him Arari live up to the title she's been given right now. I wonder how it's gonna really affect her. You know what I mean? Like, especially growing up with Boruto, and then like now you got Kawaki, and now you got all these memories that you did have with Boruto. And I just don't feel like Kawaki is gonna be able to reciprocate that. And that's what's really gonna really tear her. And then the fact that it's her even worse, because now she's an orphan. Now we gotta figure out where they about to live right now. And I don't know, do they have anybody left in the village to really live with? I guess they can live with Sakura or like anybody from Team 10. I feel like anybody from Team 10 probably take them because, you know.
I can't remember her name, but Hinata's sister is one of the captains, I believe, with teams.
Oh, yeah. I think they probably could stay. The whole, like the
Hyuga clan.
The Hyuga clan, they got a whole like compound and shit, so they probably could stay with them. But I don't. If they take Kawaki in too, that's gonna be interesting. Well, they're gonna have to because they're gonna see him as Naruto's son. So yeah, that'd be interesting.
And then the final panel before the time skip. I don't care. Nobody says we're getting the time skip in chapter 81. And he's saying that with every single one of you who know who I am, I guarantee this, I will be the one, coming back better, stronger than ever. And this is a story of Boruto Uzumaki. And I'm like, whoo, whoo, whoo. And then the side it says, and here's the will of the fire. A new chapter opens up, implying we finally got it, guys. The goddamn time skip that we all been waiting for 6.5 years. And we all thought that Boruto would be, training with Kashi Koji because of simulators of Naruto and Jiraiya. But no, it will be Sasuke training Boruto. And I just hope one move, because if you guys remember the time skip with Naruto and Jiraiya, the only thing Naruto really knew is kind of handle the four-tail Jinchuriki cloak and make a big ass Rasengan. That was really about it. That's the only thing he really learned at the time skip. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys can comment below and say these hateful things, but it's the truth. I hope some way Sasuke teaches Boruto how to use the lightning jutsu with his Rasengan, like a Chidori-esque type of thing. Because right there, we're pretty badass.
Isn't that what the vanishing Rasengan is?
Nah, I don't think it has some lightning, and I think it just vanishes and just pops up and blows them away.
I thought that's what they said. That's what happened when you mix lightning and the Rasengan. I might be wrong, but I thought that's what they said. I think it is interesting that you have Sasuke training Boruto, but I feel like Boruto is probably gonna come back learning a lot more than what Jiraiya did, just because of just how different their characters are. Boruto is more of a talent in terms of like jutsu and doing stuff than like Naruto was. Naruto was a beast. Like, I ain't gonna say, I mean, he learned a forbidden jutsu as one of his main jutsus where he couldn't even do the shadow clone jutsu, but you have Boruto kind of mastering all these little jutsus and all the other stuff, making you think he's more in the Sasuke realm where it's easier for him to pick up stuff. So I do feel like he's going to train a lot and do stuff. I do feel like Sasuke is going to have to train and get beef up and get stronger too, because he's going to be fighting someone who's literally could be possibly more stronger than him. Boruto main thing is he's going to basically have to do what Naruto did. Him and Momoshiki is going to have to coexist. They're just going to have to. They live in the same body. He's going to have to figure out how to get Momoshiki on his side and them working together. Because other than that, I don't see how it works. Unless the end goal of this is to, for him to become Ushuki free, like he's able to figure out a way to get him out of him. That'd be interesting, but I feel like that'd be taking a lot of power out of him. So I don't know if that's the route they want to go.
Well, guys, this is our final review before we get the infamous time skip. And unfortunately, I believe the next time you'll see us together again is when we do a Boruto chapter 81 prediction. I'm saying maybe in July, a month before the next chapter comes out. Because right now, unfortunately, guys, I might do a live here and there just to talk about some Boruto and all that stuff. But until then, guys, I'll comment below. Let me guys give your thoughts about this chapter. What was your favorite moments? What do you think about Sarada's, new Sharingan design as well too, and also we think about Boruto inheriting the will of the fire. And this right here is probably our longest episode yet. I think almost 40 minutes of just talking about this chapter. This right here was a great chapter. But before we end this, guys, Rayshawn, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms by searching up the Rayshawn Gasson Anime Podcast or RGAP. Also, you guys can find me on YouTube. I just recently started a YouTube. I only got 2 videos out. Got an interview with Rock Lee. So if you want to kind of stay in this Naruto kind of content, go ahead and shoot me a view.
All right. Also, hit that subscribe button, part of the Coaching Game. We talk about anime, sports, and everything as well too. And they saying goodbye. We'll see you guys later. And this is Culture Anime.
Peace.